So, had a client tell me she fell in love with delphiniums. I've started them from seed in the past and have found them to be quite reliable about germinating and growing that first season. However, they don't seem to be super long-lived perennials. So I'm going to make a batch for a couple clients. So fairly fine seeds. I'll go 3 or 4 per cell. Never expect 100% germination. Odds are kind of low. So probably about 85%. So once these sprout, I will thin them and then take the strongest ones and pot them up into 3 or 4 inch containers so I have some nice healthy plants for my clients. So it looks like I'll be able to do several of these trays from this one packet of seeds, and then I'll super thrive them in, place them on top of the heat mat, and since this weather is getting so crazy today, what started as snow is starting to sound like chunks of ice hitting the greenhouse. Heater's been running all day, probably all of last night. So, gonna go outside, check, make sure I don't have any serious accumulations of ice and snow. Maybe turn up the thermostat a couple degrees for tonight. This rain's supposed to go tonight, tomorrow. Not rain. It's supposed to go snow, sleet, rain. So, next couple days should be very interesting. So, I like to make sure I label things so I know when I set them. And this is Delphinium, February 18. So put those on the propagation mat. Let them do their thing. They say if you start them indoors, you should go 10 to 12 weeks before your last frost date, and our magic date on Long Island is May 15th, when you can safely put your tropicals in the ground. So I'm right at week 10. No, maybe week 11. So we'll put them on the heat mat and let them do their thing. In the meantime, you do your thing. If you're up to it, hit like, subscribe. Throw me any questions, comments, and tell your friends. And if not, go out and make some plants.